is officially 2025 on the GKB podcast, baby. But before we say goodbye to 2024, let's wrap up 2024. We're going to talk about it. I am also going to be discussing my favorite and least favorite horror movie of 2024. And later on, Leonard and I are going to be reviewing Hallmark's latest dating reality show. This is gonna be fun, baby. Yeah. Oxford University has named brain rot as their word of 2024. Now, if you're not sure what brain rot is, brain rot is a term that describes the supposed mental or intellectual decline that can result from consuming too much online content that is considered trivial or unchallenging. You've pretty much seen brain rot content if you've been scrolling around online. Okay, there's many different forms of it. Brain rot content could just be, very easily content to make. Somebody just screaming at the camera. My favorite example of brain rot content is the split screen, where there's one video on one side and another video on the other. And the one video, let's say on the left side of the screen, is usually somebody talking about something like a story. It's usually a story or somebody throwing a fit and acting up, enraged. And then on the right side of the screen, it's another very visually stimulating video, like somebody breaking something or somebody making something, like chopping something out of wood, drawing, or maybe throwing marbles down the stairs. This is my favorite piece of brain rot content right here.
These stress comments are very fucking pissing me off. 1, I'm a fucking dude. I have a fucking dick. 2, I'm wearing a shirt and jeans. Knock it off. I don't fucking wear dresses. Stop fucking photoshopping my face on dresses. It's getting very old. And I'm getting tired of it. I am a fucking dude, for fuck's sake. I don't wear dresses. I wear steel-toed boots. I'm from the fucking country. Comments about dresses are getting fucking old. I had enough of it.
I absolutely love that video, because that was originally my favorite video anyway, of the guy screaming, but then they added the stuff on the side. If you're not aware who that is the wolf pack from TikTok. They're all like autistic people that think they're wolves. They're literally the best. It's freaking amazing. But I'm suspicious that I have a case of brain rot. Okay? We've all seen the people making fun of people with brain rot. Basically, they speak in a certain way, and they're usually just regurgitating meme after meme and sound after sound. Let's look at the symptoms of brain rot, and let's see if I got it. Mental fogginess. Got that. Feeling that today. Lethargy. I've been feeling that. Reduced attention span. I've always had that, but I think my attention span has gotten even worse over the year in 2024. We got cognitive decline. I feel like I'll be getting that. I'll be doing on some Biden stuff. Difficulty organizing information. Not too bad at that. Difficulty solving problems. Not too bad at that. Difficulty making decisions. I've always had that. I make decisions like a girl. Difficulty recalling information. Yeah, I'd be having that issue. Can't really recall the word I'm looking for. Like, oh, what is it? I am suspicious that I have at least a mild form of brain rot, okay? But I think I've always been like that, though. I think I've always been like a kind of guy who I need multiple things going on. Like my life is pretty much the split screen video. I'm always multitasking. I can never just be playing a game. I'm either playing a game and listening to a book, listening to a podcast. I'm always on split screen mode. Like I'll be talking to people and I'll be also like writing something for the podcast or buying something. And I'm surprised that I don't make as many mistakes in my daily life. Like I don't make that many like clerical errors really, but I definitely feel like I got the brain rot. Although I love to read, but I can tell you in 2024, the year of brain rot, I barely read. And that is probably a big factor in why I got the Watt. And also, This is not good to say. This is not admirable here. But I've taken a few brain rot quizzes online, and I have passed almost all of them. Okay, a brain rot quiz is basically like, who is the Rizzler, or what is a GAT, And I'm the guy that everybody comes to is like, what is a GAT? What is that? What is Riz? Who is Duke Dennis? I know about it all. I know about Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, because I'm just constantly scrolling on my phone. I'm constantly. I'm a scroll demon. That's what I am. I'm a fucking scroll demon. An hour before the show, I was just bing, 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 bing. I'm watching people throw marbles down the steps while talking about Kai Cenat. Do you want to know how much money Kai Cenat makes? Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Kai Cenat accidentally makes $3 million per stream. And then it's just a video of Kai Cenat screaming and running around. It's just constant stimulation. I am constantly stimulated. In 2024, they had that big thing of raw dogging a plane where a lot of guys were raw dogging a flight. It was a trend where guys would basically sit on a long flight, a couple hours, and do nothing. Not have any headphones, not have any type of media, not have any type of stimulation, no stimuli. They would sit there and not eat. And I don't think they would even sleep. I think sleeping was prohibited. And they would just stare at the map to do, until their flight landed, okay? Raw dogging. I don't think I've raw dogged anything in a while, okay? I don't think I've raw dogged life at all. I need some stimulation to go to sleep. It's very rare that I can go to sleep without some bells and whistles going on in the background. And I don't like to say that, man. I don't like to say that because I used to not be totally that way. I used to have some type of decorum, okay? I didn't used to be this brain rotted out, but I am. So I need to make a comeback. 2025, I'm curious to see what this year is going to be about, because last year, straight up brain rot, straight up eating a lunchly while watching the Hawk Tua podcast. I absolutely loved the brain rot memes, though. I loved them because I could relate, man. That's totally me, dude. That's totally me. A big factor to me, or one of the contributing factors to brain rot, was the Costco guys. Do you know who the Costco guys are? The family who they go to Costco and they eat the chicken bacon, the double chunk chocolate cookie, and they go boom, boom, boom. They took over 2024, dude. They were on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Schimmel, whatever fucking late night guy is on these days, whatever show that is. They were on AEW Wrestling the other day. They pretty much yell at the camera and eat stuff, okay? And I'm not a hater. Listen, I am not a hater. I'm not hating on the Costco guys at all. Y'all already know me when I say that I love to see people succeed. I love to see people succeed, especially when they are doing basically nothing, which is what the Costco guys are doing. I say that to say I have no idea who the Costco guys appeal to. Like, a lot of things I can watch. A lot of things I can go, hey, you know what? It's not for me, but I can see who that's for. I can see the appeal. I literally have zero idea who the Costco guys appeal to. Is it children? Is it grown people? Like, is it old people? I have no idea, but good on them, dude, because I don't even think like they eat normal stuff. They just eat Costco food all the time and yell at the camera. Oh my God. One of my favorite things that they did was recently they were on a TikTok live and somebody said their brother died and they did this.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
Like, bro, you're living the gimmick, brother. You can't, like, you just constantly in the gimmick. What if the guy got blown up? What if the guy got like blown up in war or something? He stepped on a landmine and you hit him with the 5 booms. That's what they usually say when something's good to eat. You got to say it about a dead guy. Could we come up with some other lingo? Straight brain rot, dude. Just straight autopilot. The thing about the Costco family is the father really freaks me out. The father gives me uncanny valley vibes. He, to me, looks like an animatronic that's going to come eat my fucking face off. He looks like an animatronic that thinks my face is a double chunk chocolate cookie. He reminds me of basically Five Nights at Freddy. He reminds me of Freddy Fazbear. Like at any second, to me, the dad got like those dead eyes. He got like those dead eyes that you would see on a Pirates of the Caribbean ride with the, the animatronics talking to you. That's what it looks like to me. And again, no shade. I just literally have no idea who the Costco guys appeal to. They obviously appeal to somebody because they're all over the place and they fucking freak me out. They fucking freak me out. But you know what? Good on them because that is the pinnacle of America right there. The Costco guys are America. Really. That's what people think of when they think of Americans anyway. They think of fat people eating horrible food and yelling. Okay, that's all. That's encapsulate America. That's what it is. Yelling, we're loud, we're fat, and we eat just tons of fat and sugar, and there's like nothing wrong with it. It's fine. They are the American ambassadors. That's who should be the ambassadors of America, is the Costco guys. They just go everywhere, and the countries tell them their problems. They go, hey, we're having issues. They go, hey, you know what I think of that? Boom, boom, boom. They should just do that. They should just go to the Senate, to the Congress, and like Xi Jinping stands up and he goes on this big speech about whatever's going on in China, and the Costco, the kid from the Costco guys just gets up and he's just boom, boom, boom. That's pretty much what we do. That's what we are in America. We just boom, boom, boom. Shout out to the Costco guys. You're freaking me out. And you know what? I'm not wishing this upon them. I'm just waiting for the documentary 10 years from now, the YouTube documentary, Did you know that there was a darker side to the Costco guys? It all wasn't chicken bakes and cookies. There was a deeper side going on. I mean, I hope nothing's horrible. I hope nothing horrible is going on. I hope nothing's horrible, but there's going to be a documentary later on. Like, the kid might grow up and just be out of control because he didn't go to school and he just was raised on TikTok, and now he's like pistol whipping somebody in the middle of the street. Big Justice is out here pistol whipping people. The Rizzler is doing something out of control. What are you going to do, man? There was a lot of influencers that came to prominence in 2024. And some of them have fallen. Like Gypsy Rose. If you know, Gypsy Rose was the girl who she coerced her boyfriend at the time, like 10 years ago, to kill her mother, and rightfully so. She did not have to kill her though. It wasn't depending on it, but she got the man to kill her, and now Gypsy Rose made a return to society late 2023, but really she hit the ground in 2024. Gypsy Rose was everywhere. You heard that obnoxious baby voice all over the place. Every podcast. Yeah, like my mom used to give me chemicals and stuff, and I didn't know what was going on. And then, she's shifting all the blame on the boyfriend at the time. Like, I really didn't have anything. I mean, yes, I told him to do it, but he's the one that pulled the trigger. And it's like, you should also be in jail for the rest of your life too. And that's pretty much the sentiment from anybody with a brain. Even me, that I got the brain rot, I can see that she should still be in prison. You know what I mean? So she got lucky. She made it out. And there was just such fanfare about her. She's got a show on TLC or Lifetime, whatever. Everybody was sucking Gypsy Rose off early 2024. She was the human version of a Stanley Cup. Everybody wanted Gypsy Rose. And then some point during 2024, she just got messy. She just got dramatic. Everybody just realized how annoying she was and also how manipulative she was. And then I think people just stopped rocking with her. This is the time where she needs to be everywhere because she just had a baby. Everybody should be fawning over her. And I think that people have had it with Gypsy. She left the boyfriend that she was with when she was in prison, the one that was holding her down, not the one that killed the mother, but the one that was holding her down while she was in prison. I don't think people really like that. So Gypsy Rose fell from grace, and now she's having a baby. Okay, now if you know any Gypsy Rose history, you know that her mother was no picnic, right? Her mother even tried to kill her father's girlfriend or whatever, we all know Gypsy Rose murdered her mom, basically. So, like, is this a lineage that needs to continue? You know what I mean? Like, is this a family tree that needs to branch out right now? Like, history repeats itself, as they say. And, like, you know, I know Gypsy Rose is like 30, but she's probably at the mindset of like a 13-year-old, you know, from the trauma. The trauma's probably holding her down to maybe 16. And it's like, I don't want to be rude, but like, should this person be having a baby? Should this person be having a baby after spending majority of her life being fucked up by her mom, abused, and then the other part in prison? Is this the person we need raising Generation Beta? You know what I mean? It's like, how about you get a plant first? Start out with a plant. Start out with like a chia pet or something like that. You know, let's work our way up to the baby. Start with a plant, then get a dog, then get a human life form. Okay? Hopefully there's not another true crime documentary about Gypsy Rose's kid. I don't even know what the kid's name is, but God bless the kid. Okay. And also, God bless Gina Lynn. Okay. Because I feel like people don't even remember Gina Lynn. And I thought Gina Lynn was like 2023, but no, she was 2024. She's another, I don't know if she's an influencer per se, but she was a personality. She was the Chick-fil-A girl, the one that she went viral when they were like, when she was like, no Chick-fil-A sauce. I love that video. And let me tell you, I love Gina Lynn. I don't know if she's had a scandal. She might have had a scandal. I don't know about it. I doubt it, though, because I would have heard about it because, you know, I'm on 24/7, just bing, 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 bing on my phone. But she pretty much did the meme. She did the Chick-fil-A sauce meme. All right. She blew up on the TikTok and the Instagram. And then she just stayed out of trouble. She didn't do anything crazy. She didn't get whacked out. And of course, when you do that, people will probably forget about you. But I just wanted to shout around and say, you know what? Epic. People were just like, oh, she's just famous for making a face. So what? The face was cool. She's a pretty funny chick. Like, I've seen some of her other like TikToks and her other Instagrams. I don't really follow her. And I really forgot she even existed until she was in a Mr. Beast video. But shout out to her, man. She's like, I think she like just got a man. And she's just chilling, dude. She's just chilling out. Somebody that is definitely chilling right now, definitely on pause. Career on big pause right now. Everybody knows who this is. Haley Welch. She did the opposite of the Chick-fil-A sauce girl. She skyrocketed into stardom and success. After Haley Welch said she was going to spit on a dick, she basically did the Costco Bros thing. She was on Fallon and every podcast. She had a costume in Party City. You already know how famous she was. And now she's nowhere to be found because she did a crypto scam. Okay? And it's like, of course, it's not cool to do that. But everybody that fell for that is a moron.
Now you know you're retarded.
If you fell for Haley Welch's crypto scam, you are retarded, you know? I don't respect the fact that she scammed her fans. I don't like that. But I say that to say, Haley, just come on back. It's really not a big deal. People have done way worse. You have CEOs skimming off the top of all these other charities. Like, they're far worse than you, okay? Like, look at the state of New York politics, okay? Like, you're good, Haley. Just come on back and deliver us more of that brain rot content. Like, I hope that she's scheming with some advisors right now, you know, with her agents, because, you know, she just take a couple of days off and just come back, like, show that you're working at an animal shelter. Like, maybe Mr. Beast needs to take Haley Welch to Africa, build a couple wells, like give him some rice and stuff. And people will forget, okay? Because everybody knows that anybody that fell for that is retarded. It's not like you did anything that bad. Like, you can come back, Haley. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to leave the money on the table, because obviously you don't leave any money on the table. We know that about you, right? So, like, just whatever, dude. Continue the show. She hasn't done the podcast. I mean, just come on back. This is halftime. Just get it together, splash some water on your face. You're going to be all right, girl. You're going to be all right. But to me, my favorite influencer of 2024 has to be JoJo Siwa, former child star that busted out into pop stardom in 2024 and delivered us that epic gem, Karma's a Bitch. I should have known better. With the, where she's dancing like she's getting electrocuted. And I'm going to go on record and say this right now. That song was a banger. That song was a banger. Just like people are clowning like the Leangelo Ball song right now, that song's a banger. That's the same way that Karma's a Bitch was a banger from JoJo Siwa. I'm going to stand on that right now. The dance moves were insane, and I don't think I ever want to mimic them because I just turned 30. I'm 30 right now, like as of today, and I feel like I'm going to get a herniated disc if I try any of the JoJo Siwa dance moves. But they were legit, they were lit, and people were hating on JoJo because basically she's in her cringe era. And I mean, maybe she'll stay that way. I don't know, but she's like 21, so she was a child star, and so she had no room to like do drugs and hang out and get mischievous. So now she's finally there, and she's just doing too much. She just did too much and put it out there like, oh, I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm a wild guy. And everybody just kept pointing out the contradiction of how she's not wild and how she's not crazy at all. And she was like drunk at Disneyland and stuff. And I think she also like made fun of somebody with spinal bifida or like endometriosis. But like, who gives a fuck, dude? JoJo, we were eating good when JoJo was popping, all right? The dance moves, the songs. I fucks with her. I stands with JoJo. The cringe was epic. But you know what? She seems pretty cool. Like, she seems pretty cool. She seems pretty harmless. That was my favorite influencer of 2024. Her doing her dance moves like in public, like ready, like breaking her neck in the middle of Disneyland. Fucking epic, dude. There's a new influencer that came to prominence. She's on the rise right now in 2025, but she just squeaked by 2024 like the last 3 weeks. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. And let me tell you, she has the women in an uproar because Cooking with Kaya's gimmick is she's a woman who dresses, a little scantily. She dresses a little revealing. She shakes her ass and she cooks food that some people say looks mid. I don't think that. And she says she's going to steal people's man. So women are forbidding their husbands and their boyfriends from watching Cooking with Kaya, okay? And I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not sexist or anything. But if you were really throwing down in the kitchen, then your man wouldn't have to be obsessed with Cooking with Kaya. You know what I mean? Like if you were throwing it down, then he'd be like, I don't need Kaya. Like my girl cooks and shakes her ass. So what do I need Kaya for? I think majority of people would say that, and majority of women who are hating on Kaya probably don't even know how to cook an egg. You know what I mean? And they don't want to. Because listen, you're a powerful woman. Listen, you're a powerful, empowered, spiritual goddess, so you don't need to cook. But then don't be mad when Kaya is twerking and flipping eggs and making steaks. You know what I mean? Because listen, like women ain't trying to cook these days. And that, like I said, you go, girl. Even my mom ain't trying to cook. I'll come home, she's like, oh, I ain't trying to cook that. I'm like, what? What kind of world are we living in where you ain't trying to cook? That's bullshit. That ain't right. So Cooking with Kaya is filling a need. Kaya saw a need in the streets and she is filling it right now. You can't hate on that. You can't. I guess you can if you don't even know how to make a sandwich and stuff. You know what I mean? The Selena Gomez cooking show will always be my favorite, at least for now. But, I'm with Kaya. I'm with Kaya in this one. I'm defending Kaya with this one. If you was really in the kitchen like that, you wouldn't have to worry about Kaya. So you do your thing, Kaya. You do your thing, and you keep cooking because she's probably going to be mad famous by the end of 2025. She's probably going to have a cooking show on HBO Max. She's going to be twerking with like celebrity guests. It's going to be fucking lit, dude. It's going to be lit. You know, we usually do the death list, and we're not going to do it on this episode. I do want to shout out Tony Todd, though. You know, the actor. He passed away. The one who he was in Candyman and a bunch of other stuff. And I was really sad to see that because I always enjoyed Candyman and I enjoyed Tony Todd. He was in Final Destination. He had a good presence, is what I could say. That's how I can distill my thoughts on Tony Todd. He had a great voice. He had a great presence, and it's very, very sad to see him go in 2024. So RIP to Tony Todd. But one person that I am surprised, shocked, and in awe that they're still alive, and we discussed this, Cemetery Girl and I discussed this on an early episode in 2024, is Eugenia Cooney. She is an influencer that's been around since 2009, I believe, and she's extremely anorexic. She's skin and bones. She gets more and more anorexic every day, and that's not controversial to say. Like, I'm not body shaming. You need to look at a picture of her. You need to see her. She is literally dying on camera, and I don't know how she's alive. I wake up at least once a week, and I go, wow, Eugenia Cooney's still alive. Like, that's insane. Like, that's crazy. And that's not a diss. It's like a fact. Because my girl is literally dying. I mean, people are surmising how she even has her hair, how she has her teeth. Because apparently when you get to such a low weight, when you're in that state of anorexia, you will lose such things. So people think she has extensions. I mean, and she's just constantly under fire because what she's doing, people surmise that she's making pro-Anna content, which basically means she's putting her body out there as inspiration for other people to be anorexic. And like they have like codes, like you use a butterfly and you show your collarbone. So people think that Eugenia Cooney shouldn't be online. And I'm like, well, it's a free country. We're not in Canada. Like, she should be online. I understand the detrimental aspects to her being online. But if you're worried about her showing that to children, then the parents should be more, involved in their children's lives. The parents should switch the channel to the Costco guys instead of Eugenia Cooney. But if you're grown, you're grown. I don't think Eugenia Cooney should be deplatformed at all. As sad as it is, dude, because I think that's really all she got. I mean, she's not even eating. You know what I mean? And people believe that she is like pretty much captive from her mom because she has like a bell on her door. And they so she doesn't escape. Or there's so much. The Eugenia Cooney lore goes so deep, dude. But I'm grateful every day that she's alive, and I'm just in shock, dude. Because I miss a meal, bro, and I just want to murder everybody. I don't want to talk. Like, I'm losing my mind if I miss one meal, let alone 365, like she is. I want to know. Like, she fascinates me. I want to know what she eats. She got to eat something. I want to know what it is. Like, does she lay in bed all day because the thing is, she's on stream. Like, Eugenia Cooney is on stream dancing, and if I were in that state, right? If I was even half that way, I wouldn't even be able to do anything. I remember one time I went on a 24-hour fast at work, and I almost died. I almost passed out. It was embarrassing. People rushing to get me a Gatorade. I was like, oh my God, I got dizzy. Eugenia Cooney's like, bruh, try fasting for 7,000 days and come at me. I'm not fainting. She's hula hooping and doing all kind of shit. It's incredible. It's honestly incredible. And I wish that she were to get help because I don't want her to die. But every day I'm just surprised that she's alive and how she's even functioning. Okay. And watching her sent me down such a dark rabbit hole on these anorexia fetish people. This was insane, dude. Okay? Because there's these people that are obsessed and fetishize and sexualize anorexic people, and they just want them to be as skinny as possible to where they're just skin and bones, and their skin is like black, and they're basically dying. Like, they're basically dead. They can't do anything but lay in bed, and then these guys want to fuck them. And it's wild because I was listening to this video of this woman. She like used to be anorexic. She goes deep into these message boards, and there's like these forums and message boards where these photographers go on and they pay these anorexic girls to come shoot with them, and they pay them for every pound they lose before the shoot. So they'll already be anorexic, right? Like they'll already be half dead, and then the photographer will be like, "Hey, do you want to lose more? If you want to lose more weight, we'll give you more money." And a lot of these girls do die, and then these guys just cycle to the next anorexic person, and they're jerking off to it, and they're just like, constantly wanting these girls to lose more and more weight and look absolutely decrepit. It was so depressing when I got on this, dude. It was like there was a story of some girl in like a war zone, and they were giving her money. Like she was basically giving these guys the content she wanted so she can get money because she was living in some kind of war zone, and she ended up dying. And it was just like pictures of her circulating with just her skin in. But it was horrible. It was depressing. It sent me down a rabbit hole that I like kind of wish I didn't know about, but it was just fascinating. It's scary. It's scary, dude. Speaking of scary, let's get into the horror movies of 2024. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to read these out. I'm going to read out every horror movie I watched in 2024, give my little thought, give a little blurb, a little just like a little off the cuff thought about it, and then I'll tell you my favorite and my least favorite, all right? So, I saw the TV Glow, first movie. I was so excited for this movie. It's about these kids. They have their favorite show that's kind of akin to Are You Afraid of the Dark? And one of the kids goes missing when the show goes off the air and gets canceled. They have to just find each other. I was so excited for this movie. It's A24 movie, and this was a complete, utter letdown, shit show, horrifying, horrible, almost no redeeming qualities except for the show that they portrayed in the movie. Everything else was hot garbage trash. Horrible. Abigail, a movie about a little girl who's a vampire. It had Angus Cloud in it, R.I.P. I saw this in the theater, and this is a movie that was cute. It wore on me a little at the end. I was like, okay, like I'm ready to be over with this. It was cute. It's something I would watch one time. I like vampire stuff. It was whatever. Nothing to write home about. Abigail was cool. Smile 2. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely amazing. I personally think better than Smile 1. I really loved the ending. I loved everything about this movie. I don't think there was a detrimental aspect to it. I don't think there was a lull. I loved Smile 2, baby. Great scenes. And Smile 2 was the only movie I've watched, one of the only movies I've watched in a long time that the jump scares worked and it was actually scary. In a Violent Nature, another movie I was looking forward to where they follow the POV of the killer. So it's kind of like you're playing a video game. You're watching the killer. Instead of following the victims and you see where they're hiding, you're seeing where the killer's at, where he's walking around, he's chopping people up. Well, the movie lived up to its name that it was a violent movie. There was some good kills, one specifically on the cliff, if you know, you know. But other than that, the movie was boring, utterly boring. I remember everybody in the theater was kind of booing when the movie was over. They're like, that's it, boo, lame. The ending was trash. It was boring. It was long. Time Cut. This was a movie that mimicked, I forgot the name of the movie it's mimicking. Oh, Totally Killer. I thought this was good. Chick goes back in time to the 90s to save her sister. I liked it. It was fun. Something I may watch again. You know, I'm a little biased because it's a masked killer. It was cool, but if you watch Time Cut and you like it, Totally Killer was way better. Afraid. This movie was a Blumhouse movie. Kind of didn't know it was coming out. It just kind of was sprung on me. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know this was out. It's about an AI system being integrated in somebody's house, being installed, and things go wacky. This was a pretty good movie until halfway through where the pacing was all messed up. Basically, what happens is, you know, they get the AI system, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, they just become wildly afraid of it and they just start panicking out of nowhere. It's almost like they shot a bunch of stuff for the middle and they just cut it out because you're like, okay, this happened, but does this reaction warrant this behavior, this fear? And I was deemed correct, I guess, when I looked at the comments and other people agreed with what I said and they said the same thing. The First Omen, top of 2024, February. Loved the movie. It was fun. It was great. I had a great time. It had the whole nun aspect. I think I liked it more than others. I enjoyed it. Had a nice dark ambiance. I liked the actress. You know what I mean? I like the ending. The Omen was cool. The first Omen was cool. I usually don't. I thought it was going to be whack, and I was like, oh, like another Omen movie. I don't know if they need to make another one per se. I liked them being in the convent. It was very much like The Nun 2, but a better version, and it was one of the best movies of 2024, in my opinion. The Deliverance. I got a lot of shit for liking The Deliverance. I'll tell you that right now. People did not like The Deliverance, but Electra and I did. Family is dealing with a demon. You know, they're dealing with a haunted house. They got a demon in it. They got to get it out the kid. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much. It's basically a possession movie, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the story. I thought the dialogue was great. You know, it was a little bit different than most possession movies where it's just like, okay, they go in the house and it's just like a normal plain Jane family, and then things start escalating very slowly and, you know, they don't know what's going on. I thought that it kind of diverted from the general way that a possession movie went, and I enjoyed it, and it's based off a real story that I learned about years ago. Tarot, definitely one of my favorites of the year for a fact, baby. Okay, tarot cards. People get their tarot reading. The tarot cards come to life and start killing motherfuckers. I loved that movie. Okay, I thought it was going to be whack, but I ended up liking it way more than I thought. Okay, it could have used more blood. You could have seen more of the kills. That would have been preferable, but it was a fun movie. It was just a bunch of kids running around getting killed by tarot cards coming to life. What can go wrong? It was cool, man. The Exorcism with Russell Crowe. Do not see it. It sucked balls. Night Swim. One of the worst of the year. Definitely started the year off horrible. Imaginary. Girl has an imaginary friend. Pretty cool. You should watch it. Not with high expectations, though. The Strangers Chapter 1. Absolutely atrocious. It just mimicked the original Strangers, but it was years later. It was terrible. They just made the movie again, but made it worse. Very, very 2024 thing to do. Very current Hollywood. Yeah, let's just make the movie again, but let's make it worse than the actual movie. That's what it was. The Strangers is a classic. Just go watch The Strangers again, and you'll enjoy it. Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. Everybody's it girl in 2024. It was definitely not immaculate to me. I'll tell you that right now. I really don't remember much of it. I remember like fast forwarding it because I was just bored. It was all right. The ending was like whatever. It was like kind of cool, but it was lame at the same time. It just definitely was not immaculate. This was immaculate though. The Front Room. Oh my God. The best worst movie of 2024 was The Front Room. Okay, Brandy's debut. If anybody remembers Brandy from like, you know, Brandy show and Ray J. Brandy and Ray J. Remember the singer? This is her like re-debut. This is her return in acting, and she stars in this fucking movie. This abomination where she plays the wife of this guy, and they move the guy's mother in, even though the guy doesn't want to move his own mother in. Brandy makes him do that, and the mother just unleashes hell on Brandy, and it was absolutely just hilarious. And she deserved every bit of the torture because the husband told her he didn't want her there. And the mom stole the show. She was so funny. It was written like a comedy. It wasn't supposed to be. You were supposed to feel bad for Brandy. You were supposed to be like, oh my God, how could this be happening to her? This is so horrible. And literally you just love the mom because she's just torturing Brandy the whole time, making her change her diaper all the time and just winking at her like I know that you know that I know that I'm doing this on purpose, just tormenting her. And it spawned one of the greatest and definitely the funniest scenes in a horror movie ever. The table scene is the best, dude. And the lady just calling her Belinda the whole time because she knows it pisses her off. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. The best worst movie. Mousetrap, the first Mickey Mouse horror movie that now that Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse has been in the public domain. That movie was atrocious as well. That was horrible. It was, again, no redeeming qualities to this movie as well as some of the other ones I mentioned on this list. I would not watch that. I'm very surprised that it made it to Peacock. Absolutely a bomb. A bomb. They didn't even try. It feels like they didn't even try. Mickey Mouse wasn't even intimidating. The dialogue was dumb. I mean, dumber than any dialogue I may have ever heard. And it just sucked. There was like maybe... At the end, it got a little good. Like, Mickey became cool at the end. He started actually killing people and being vicious. But everything prior to that was lame. Absolutely lame. So those were all the horror movies that I saw in 2024. Let's talk about the best and let's talk about the worst. The worst horror movie of 2024 has to be I Saw the TV Glow. Now, you may have seen it and you may have seen some others on this list, and you might say, there's no way I Saw the TV Glow was worse than The Mousetrap. There's no way I Saw the TV Glow was worse than The Front Room or The Strangers Chapter 2. And it is because of this reason here. Now, you might be saying, oh, it's artsy. It's cool, man. It's an allegory for trans people. I don't care what the allegory of the movie is. The movie better be good. I don't care what the movie means. I don't even know what allegory it had. Like, it had to be explained to me. Well, they actually have the trans flag in the background. And actually, if you notice, he's wearing a pink dress. And I was like, I don't care. I didn't even notice any of that. I'm worried about the story about this kid going missing and all this stuff. And this movie is absolutely ass, dude. Like, what? The worst. It is the worst because it looked the best on paper. It looked the best in terms of the trailer. It seemed like it was going to be the best in terms of the story. It was nostalgia bait. They said, hey, we're going to get like the 90s kids, the early 2000s kids. We're going to give them like this movie about a Goosebumps type show. It's going to be like kind of like a creepy pasta. We're going to play into that. And they had it there. Like they did that right. But then they wrote the worst movie they could have ever wrote, like the most boring. This was the most boring movie out of all of these movies on this list. Let me tell you that right now. Every other movie at least pretty much had some element of humor because of how bad it was. Even Mousetrap, even ones that I said have no redeeming qualities, most of them were at least humorous to the like how bad they were. This was just bad. And they teased you the whole movie. The whole movie, it was like, oh, something's gonna happen, and it actually looks like it's gonna be good, and then it will be terrible. Oh, something's gonna happen, it's gonna be good, and then it would just go back down. Nosedive, face plant, and the ending. What the fuck was the ending? What was that? The worst. We watched the movie for nothing. We watched the movie for absolutely nothing. You think that the kids are going to go and they're going to face their fears. Well, one of them did, and the other one just stayed back like a jackass, even though he knew what was going on, had every shred of evidence that he needs to go and do what he has to do to get out of the situation, and he just goes, I don't care. I'm just going to die here. I'm just going to suffer and die because I'm a bitch. Like, who would do that? Who would just ruin their lives like that? Like, you have unequivocal evidence that you're not in the right body, that you're not in the right world, and you need to go face your fear to go back to where you came from, and you just don't do it for whatever reason. And then you just become depressed and die. I know, it's an allegory because that's how a lot of trans people feel. Well, that might be the case, but if you're going to put that on the screen, make sure it's captivating, make sure it's entertaining. I Saw the TV Glow was the worst horror movie of the year, baby. The best horror movie of the year has to be Smile 2. As I said before, it just hit on every mark. The story was entertaining. It had music in it, and the music was good. And the scares were actually scary. The little train jump scare, I don't want to say what it is in case you haven't seen it. The little train jump scare was good. Where they're chasing her around the house, that was good. The scene with her and her mom, the last scene with her and her mom, the movie was epic, dude. There was nothing wrong with it. Smile 2 is the best horror movie of 2024. Now, we have some things to look forward to very soon. Unlike Mousetrap, there is a Mickey Mouse horror movie that actually looks good, okay? It's called Screamboat. and I believe it comes out January 24th. I cannot wait to go see that. It is made by the producers of Terrifier, and the guy who plays Art the Clown is going to play Mickey Mouse, aka Steamboat Willie. They're on this cruise, and Mickey Mouse is going to start slicing, dicing, and chopping people up. I can't wait for that. That has a lot of promise because of who made it. The producers also made The Mean One, which I thought was a fun horror movie about the Grinch, if you haven't seen that. I am very much looking forward to Screamboat. We also have a video in the Poohverse. Now, if you don't know, no, it's not about scat or something like that. The Poohverse is the movies of, Blood and Honey 1, Blood and Honey 2. The people that made Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh horror movies, are coming out with a bunch of movies that are going to create the Poohverse. They're doing a Bambi movie. When is Bambi coming out? Bambi, I think it's called Bambi the Reckoning. Actually comes out 2025. Let's see. There's no exact date on Bambi the Reckoning, but that's a Bambi horror movie that you can see the trailer online. And then they're dropping a Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare. That comes out apparently February 24th. Okay, so we got that to look forward to. And it seems like 2025 is going to be a pretty solid year for horror movies. We're going to get The Conjuring. We're going to get Five Nights at Freddy's in December. It's going to be lit, baby. Yeah. I was talking about brain rot earlier, right? And I would not be surprised if things keep going the way they are. Remember I was talking about the split screen stuff? Like, I wonder if the movies and TV shows are going to be like that. That's what they should do. They should do the split screen for the movies and the TV shows. Like, you're watching the latest, like you're watching Wicked 2, but then on the side of the screen, you have somebody like cutting something out of wood or doing pottery, doing something else visually stimulating. That's how deep the brain rot is going to go this year. That's how bad the brain rot is going to get, is we're going to be split screening movies and TV shows. Mark my words, it's going to be crazy. The kids are going to be sitting there with their eyes just like glazed over. It's like they're bouncing around like they got like they're on fucking Adderall or something. Like they're just bugging out. It's going to be sick, dude. It's going to be awesome. Get ready for the split screen. Got like some other pieces of news before Lenny and I talk about the Hallmark movies. So Meta, Facebook, right? The company behind Facebook has now shut down and removed their AI characters. What these idiots did is they created AI profiles, and they allowed users to create AI profiles and put them on Facebook, and you can interact with them. And it's like, that is so dystopian. That is so disgusting. Why would I want the platform that I'm on, social media, right? Social media. I'm here to socialize with human beings. I do not want to socialize with AI. That's the last thing I want to do, okay? And if you're doing it because you're lonely, you better figure something else out, dude, because that's not the right way. You're going to end up in a bad situation, like God rest his soul, but the 14-year-old kid who fell in love with his AI and then ended up killing himself. That's the kind of situation you're going to fall into if you go down this AI friendship rabbit hole. It's sad. It's sad, and as I said, it's dystopian. It's some shit out of Black Mirror. It's something out of a horror movie, something out of the Twilight Zone. I think they didn't cut all the profiles out. I think they still allow you to create an AI profile, but it's like, I wonder why they even did that. What possessed them to proliferate AI profiles on their, because why would you want your platform to be filled with fake users? And the only thing I can think of is they're retarded, number one.
Now you know you're retarded.
Or they're trying to inflate their user base. And what really disgusts me about this and perturbs me about this is that Facebook is big on Facebook ads, right? And if you have a Facebook page that you run, maybe you're doing knitting, or maybe you're a fisherman, or you're selling something, right? And you have a Facebook page, you have a Facebook group, and you cannot You cannot spread your content out to your group unless you pay. You cannot spread your content out unless you pay, right? And Facebook is also good for ads. They have good ads, like, cheap ads that you can go out and list your demographic and send your ad out. And I'm wondering if they count those AI profiles when they give you like the diagnostics, when they give you all the the breakdown of your ads. You know what I mean? Like when they break down the data of how your ad did, I wonder if they count that the AI profiles that saw it. I wonder. I don't think they'd be doing it to the big companies. Like I don't think they tell the big companies like, oh, I don't think they fudge the numbers for them. But I wonder if AI was interacting with people's ads and interacting with people's Facebook groups and people didn't know. I don't know. I'm not into it. I think it's horrific. I want nothing to do with it. It's so lame. I hate that, and I'm glad they ended that today. Okay? I'm glad they ended that today. One thing I love about Facebook, though, and as I said, it's my birthday, and one thing I would love to see on my birthday is a good boomer Facebook fight. I love boomer and probably even millennial Facebook fight. But yeah, usually like older people. Like give me a good 50 to 60-year-old person going at it with somebody from the old neighborhood. I love to see that. And usually it starts with something political or something social, like we need to close these damn borders. And then somebody goes, hey man, well, your parents were immigrants, and how would you feel if they closed the border? And then, hey, shut up, you dumb lib retard. And then it just starts spiraling. Then it starts spiraling down to, hey man, I wouldn't be talking, man. You're the one that hasn't paid your mortgage in 3 months. You're the one that's about to get foreclosed on. And then it's like, somebody's like, oh, you want, speaking of closing, how about your wife closes her legs? She's over there banging this guy at the bar. And it's just, I love it. I love to watch the boomers go back and forth, dude. Like they're bringing up stuff from probably like way back in the day. Remember when I beat your ass in high school? I'll do it again. My dad has been in some Facebook wars, and let me tell you, I remember one specifically, and he flamed the guy. My dad is not losing a Facebook war. I'll tell you that right now. One thing I could say, my dad is not losing a Facebook war, dude. It will get down. It will get dirty. I love it. I love to see boomers throwing down. It's like seeing like two girls brawl in like the Walmart parking lot or something like that. That's essentially the boomer version. Somebody just says something. Hey man, did you see the new episode of Tucker Carlson's podcast? Oh, wait, what are you, a Russian sympathizer now? You're listening to Tucker Carlson? And he's like, oh, I wouldn't be talking if I were you, you fucking moron. It's the best, dude. It's the best. Give me a boomer fight for my birthday on the book, and I'm happy. Now it is time to talk about the Hallmark reality show, as well as some of our favorite moments from the show in 2024. All right, Leonard is here.
Yo.
Leonard and I just finished watching the first episode of Hallmark's new reality show, Small Town Setup. And we're going to review that right now. If you weren't here for the last episode where we talked about what it was, we talked about the trailer and stuff. This is a new reality show, new reality dating show from Hallmark, where Hallmark will go to a small town. They'll pick a couple, they'll pick some parents, and these parents will elect their son and or daughter who is living in a big city, who is struggling to find love or hasn't found love yet. They'll bring their son or daughter back to the small town, and they will set them up on multiple dates. And how this works is they get the whole town involved, and the town elects somebody. Oh, I elect my brother Josh, or oh, I elect my electrician Steven. He's really awesome. And then they'll put them on a couple dates. The parents get to pick, the town gets to pick, but ultimately it becomes the choice of the daughter or the son. So we watched episode 1. Leonard, what did you think about this?
So they get to pick. So the town gets like 5 people, sometimes 3, and it all depends.
Yeah.
But they get 3 people. They out of the like 5 people, they choose like 3 people. The parents choose 3 people that they think will be a good match. That might be a good match for
Right.
either their daughter or son. In this episode, oh, and also mind y'all, most seasons are in Atlanta, Georgia. After the stay here and watch majority
Most of the
it.
towns are in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
the first episode was with Victoria, an
Yeah,
Italian
Victoria.
woman.
yeah, I think it was Gion, something with a G.
Yeah, some
The
Italian
Gioni
woman.
family or
Gioni,
something
blah blah
like.
blah. Yeah, yeah.
Um, it wasn't bad. I thought she was gonna the parents were a little cringe.
You
I
thought
mean,
the
a
parents
little
were
bit.
cringe?
Just a little bit.
See, I wrote down in my notes that I like the parents. Maybe because I'm Italian. Maybe because I relate to them. I've seen that couple many times in different forms. I liked them. What was cringe about them?
I don't know, just the way they talked. Oh no, sometimes
Really?
it's something about them. I can't put my finger on. It's like it's just a little
Something you
cringe.
can't put your finger on, but you don't like them.
I like
Wow.
them. Don't get me wrong. I like them. I think they're cool. I just thought they were just a little
A
cringe.
little annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't. All right, so you're off to a little bit of you didn't like the parents. What do you think of the dates though? Because let me tell you right now, we're not going to say who she picked in case somebody watches it, but I was surprised at the end on who she picked. Were you?
Yeah, I thought she was gonna go for the can I even say this? The dark skin
Yes,
guy.
yes, I thought so too. I was very shocked that she didn't go with that dude.
There's the one guy I thought when he said he has trouble remembering cleaning the bathroom, I was like, yeah, you wouldn't be the one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She was like looking at him crazy because he said, "I don't clean I forget to clean the bathroom," and she's like, "Oh no." So I'm like, not to be sexist or anything, but like, aren't you gonna clean the bathroom? Like, why is that a red flag? You think he's
Word.
gonna be cleaning the bathroom? I mean, listen, it's maybe sexist. I don't know, but I don't think that's a crazy red flag. I liked my favorite red flag moment that she didn't really say, but when the other dude on the other date said that he liked anime, and she just rolled, you knew the date was over after that. She was like, "Yeah, I like anime." She was like, "Oh hell no!" She rolled her eyes, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to spend a year in Japan." She was like, "Date was over. The date was over, buddy." He was like,
close.
where do we stand?" And I think she was basically like, "Yo, bro, like you're done. You're done. We're seeing things two different ways. Yeah, I ain't trying to sit around and watch Bleach with you, my man. You're done." I thought that was funny. That was like my favorite part of that episode.
I found that hilarious.
Yeah, it was
But he's
great.
a good guy though. I like he the guy. I think that was the guy that has the plane license, right?
Yeah. They picked. I think the guy they picked was cool. Like I don't think his date was far off from the other date. I think they were pretty neck and neck. I just thought the other dude had a little bit of a better date. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree on this. At the end of the dude's date that we liked, he got a little thirsty. A little bit. He went a little over. I wanted to like spray him with a water gun like a cat. Like, yo, relax, bro. Relax. Right? Did you pick up? Did you think the same thing?
Yeah, he spit game, and then he got he got a little extra.
He got too out of control. He got a little too open, as my mom would say. Like, it's the end of the date, and she's like, "Oh, it's been great to meet you." He's like, "Oh, it's great to meet you too." And I thought that was gonna be it, but then he starts doing like, "Yo, like, I really want to see you again. Like, if love is a highway, I'm trying to skip all the exits with you, babe. I'm trying to go all the way to the end of the highway. Like, what are we doing? Let's do something." I was like, relax, chill. It went good. It went relax, bro. He's trying to get an answer right there. He's like, "Yo, like I'm gonna take you home right now. Like, let's go."
I
was
think
like,
that's what fucked it up for him.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
The townspeople like that though, because they picked him.
Yeah.
They picked him, and I truly thought she was gonna pick him too. Because even though he got a little open at the end, I thought the date itself in general went great.
Yeah,
Maybe
I saw the spark there. I was like, yep, that's the one.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. But then this is also what I thought when I was watching it, right? I said, well, hold on. This is like a 70-year-old Italian man, right? So when the town ended up picking the dude we're talking about, which is a black dude, right? And then the parents go with the other guy, and I'm like, yeah, that's how I expected it to go. I don't think a 70-year-old Italian man is going to want to be muddying the waters of his DNA. You know what I mean? Like, maybe an Italian man in his 40s or something. You know what I mean? Maybe early 50s. But an old Italian man, you think he's trying to mix it up? You think so? Nah, I wasn't. I was like, I was like, this dude probably picked the guy for the date just because like Hallmark wanted them to, they needed the diversity in there.
That's what they do with the other episodes too. I've noticed that.
You think they shoehorn the diversity in there?
Yeah, they put like one black person in there.
Yeah.
Black man
Well, there were
woman.
like 3 black guys in the first one, and they denied the other 2, which they did because the other 2 were like whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't like them.
I didn't like them either.
When they picked the other dude and the town picked the black guy, I was like, I don't know. I think that they had more chemistry than the guy she actually picked.
But they seem nice, I guess. And like I was
whatever. The guy's unseasoned. He got no flavor. Come on.
Word.
The guy's, you know what I mean? He's fine. He's like fine. He's fine. He's whatever.
The black guy. You should have went with the black guy. Even though he was a little thirsty, you should have went with the black guy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The dad was not having it, bro. He's like, nah, man, it's going to be a white Christmas as long as I'm around, bro. Nah, we're not having it. We're not having it. You ended up watching the other episodes, though. Almost the whole season. I didn't watch them yet. What did you think of the other ones?
So, the first 2 episodes, both ladies, came from New York. The other 2 came from Tampa, but they're really good.
You like the other episodes?
Yeah,
they were on par with the other ones. I kind of like the host. I like the host of the show. What's her name? Ashley.
Ashley, yeah.
I thought she's kind of fun.
She got mad energy.
Yeah, she seems pretty, lively. She's pretty gregarious. So I think it's a pretty cool show. It's not something that I would necessarily tune into all the time. Not necessarily something I'm going to keep up with, but once in a while, I like the vibe. It's got a nice, wholesome, fun, light vibe to the show. I think it's worth a watch. I don't think anything like crazy is going to happen, but it's just something to put on once in a while.
It'd be nice to see them do a reunion with all the people that they.
Yes, they should do that at the end, like they do with most reality shows. They should follow up with the couples to see where they are. That is a great point, Leonard. That is a great point. Yeah. Are you gonna finish the series?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish the last 2 episodes. I'm ready on episode 4. I might as well finish it.
Yeah, there's like 6, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that far. I like my dating shows with a little more chaos. This is gonna be, pretty straight laced. My favorite reality show where the parents got to pick was Parental Control. Were you around for that? Do you ever see that?
I think I've seen that.
Back in the day on MTV, they did a reality show where the parents, they would hate. It was like the whole setup was the parents hated the current boyfriend or girlfriend. They hated them. They'd be like, oh, I hate Ashley because she's a drunk and she's a nut job and she tears everything up. So then the parents would pick 2 people. I think the mom would pick one, the dad would pick one, and they would sit down on the couch with the current BF or GF and watch their son or daughter go on dates. I thought that was a good aspect of this show, was that the town gets to watch the dates live.
I don't think they were live. I have a weird feeling they weren't.
Well, I don't know if they were live, but they definitely watched it.
Yeah, they definitely watched it, but I don't think it was actual live.
I don't know. It really has no consequence to me if that's the case, but
it don't matter. But I just had that weird feeling.
Oh, and before I forget, because I just saw it, the other thing I thought was funny was that the son or the daughter didn't know that they were going on the date till they came home. They didn't know what they were walking into. I thought that they were gonna know that they were gonna be on the show, but they would bring the son or the daughter back, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Like, what do you want to do this weekend?" And and the daughter would be like, I want to go to our favorite steakhouse, and I want to go to the park, and the parents would be like, yeah, forget all that. You're going on 3 dates, and the kid would be like, what? Like, huh? I like that part the best. They were flying in totally unaware of what was going to happen.
I'm surprised he didn't notice like the cameras around. Like
what they probably did was they probably told them they were on a different show. They were probably like, oh, you're on Hallmark Small Town Families. That's how I would have covered it up. Like, we're going to follow small town families, you know? And then, but when you get there, you're like, oh, no, actually, you're on Small Town Setup. Boom. Have some fun on some dates. You know
because Ashley meets them, like, she meets either the lady or the boy.
Yeah.
After the dates.
Right.
And then takes her to the town hall.
Right.
To make her final decision.
Right. It's a fun little quirky little light show that you might enjoy. So check it out. Yeah,
it's on Amazon.
That's right. It's on Amazon, but you got to go on Hallmark Plus. If you like me, you're Mr. Hallmark. You got to get the Hallmark Plus. I had to send Leonard my login to get in there. So now you got the Hallmark Plus, but yeah, you can't just watch it. Unless maybe it's on one of the websites or something. You can find it on there. Leonard, would you ever do a dating show where we set you up with women to date?
Yeah, I would do it.
Wow, you would do that? Did this dating show inspire you at all? Made you want to get out there, get on some dates, go to the lake with some broad and talk to her about anime and things like that? What are you looking for in a woman? If we were, let's say we were gonna set you up on some dates, what would you be looking for in a woman?
I still like anime.
Hold on. She has to like anime, or is it negotiable?
I mean, if she's like down to like start watching it, I'm there. Cool.
But she has to watch anime with you.
I mean, she doesn't have to watch it with me, but like she has to be into it at least.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. It's non-negotiable. She has to be into anime.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if you get your checklist of a woman, right? Like she can do X, Y, Z. She does all A, B, C, and D. But E is she doesn't watch anime. That's the only box she doesn't check. She's done?
She's done.
What? Bro.
Now you know you're retarded.
That's crazy. She has to watch anime. So like you can't like go watch anime yourself and then she goes like to go knit or something, or she goes and watches like Hallmark or some other show and then you guys converge later and talk about other things?
I mean, I guess like I don't.
Wow, you have to have a weeb. That's wild. That's what else is on your? I mean, what else is on the list?
I mean, loyal, funny, you know.
Those are two good ones. That's good. That's good. Now we're in good. See, these are nice character traits you're speaking about. You don't just like anime is not really in that realm.
Anime is light.
Anime is like, what the hell is going on this show? That is sad. That is sad. That is crazy. Unbelievable. Anything else? What about the appearance of the woman? Or are you not shallow?
Somebody, you know, I don't want nobody that's like heavy set.
You don't want a large woman?
No, nobody like 300, 280.
Well, I'm sure the crossover between heavyset girls and anime is pretty big. I'm sure if you draw a Venn diagram of that, there's a lot of them in the middle. So you better be ready.
Hey, it is what it is.
Wow. Now, what if you meet a woman and that's a deal breaker? The weight is a deal breaker. All right, check this out, right? What if you meet a woman, you like her, she watches anime, but she says she's big now, but she's gonna get that surgery that you got, that balloon in the stomach surgery. Would you wait it out with her, or would you be like, nah, like hit me up when you get the balloon? Yeah.
Well, not the balloon, the bypass.
The bypass.
Yeah, because getting the balloon is absolutely stupid.
Okay. So you'd wait it out for her, but if she's not, she's done.
Yeah.
So nobody tipping the scales. Okay.
Nobody tipping the scales.
Anything else, sir? This is some list.
No, not really. I don't
Loyal, funny, skinny, and into anime.
Yeah, she calls me dick too.
What you say?
Dick.
I was about
I
to
know.
say
If I
she
keep
can.
thinking I say dick.
I was-
Yeah.
I thought you said she can have a dick. I was like, whoa. I mean, yeah, that's all you play. That's all you. Go ahead. If that's what you like, bro. You like what you like. I'm not gonna knock that. That's what you want, dude. All right, go ahead. She has to be thick, or you like her thick.
I like her to be it.
Now, what if she's really skinny?
I don't want that skinny. I want her
Oh, wow. All right, so you want her in the middle.
yeah, I want her like paper, like iPad Air. Then
You want slim thick.
yeah,
Understood. Wow. Well, I mean, maybe we can accommodate that for you. Maybe we can do it. We'll have to see what we could do. Maybe you'll see For the Love of Leonard soon enough. That'll be a fun show. I'd watch that show.
yeah.
I would definitely watch that show. Very interesting. Very interesting. Speaking of shows, Leonard, let's talk about the show that we're on right now. GKB had a very interesting year in 2024. Let's talk about some highlight moments. I'm sure there's more than we have on this list, but these are the ones that I personally picked out. And I want you to talk about what you think about these. Let's go back and forth about these, and I'll probably show them on the screen, or at least a little clip of them. All right. So the Galaxy Gas incident.
Don't be a punk. That was literally nothing.
I did it right now. You're my voice.
That was nothing.
What do you mean?
That was nothing. I just watched you.
Welcome to Gritty Knows Best.
You literally just did a fake deep voice.
No, I didn't.
Take a breath
I
of the
swear.
nitrous.
I'm
Take
trying.
an entire
I'm
breath
trying
of
to do it.
nitrous.
Hold on. Welcome to Gritty Knows Best.
Yo, you're literally
I'm not
pretending.
doing. I'm
You're
swear,
literally pretending.
I'm breathing it in, dude. Welcome to Gritty Knows Best. I'm doing it.
Yo, you're literally faking it. Take a
I'm
goddamn
not.
breath of the nitrous.
I am.
Here.
I'm doing it, bro.
Breathe it in. Breathe it in.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm doing one more.
No, do it from the thing.
I'm doing it. Hold on. Give me.
Do it. Do it like that.
No, I'm not.
No, take it like that.
Do it. Give me. I swear I'm doing it, bro. Stop.
Inhale, exhale.
Welcome to Gritty Knows Best.
Yo, you are faking the voice.
I'm not. What the fuck? The Galaxy Gate, where I tried to do Galaxy Gas. It was not working. I thought it was working, but it wasn't. It was just a whole mix-up. Clay thought I was faking it. I was not faking it, and I did not fake the fucking voice. That was real. I didn't do it. I didn't do that on purpose. That whatever voice I got, that's the voice I got. Okay? It was a big conspiracy. It was a big scandal. Some people thought I was faking it, and some people thought I was just too retarded to do it. And let me tell you, it was the latter. Okay? I could not inhale it for whatever reason. And then Clay even relented like the next day or something. He was like, listen, I don't think you were faking it. I think you legitimately could not do it. I did think you were faking the voice, though. And that's what Roddy said. Leonard, you were right there while this was going on. What did you think of that moment?
That shit was hilarious. I thought you were gonna pass out after like the 14th time you tried it.
Well, I guess not, because I wasn't ingesting it. I wasn't inhaling it. So I couldn't.
Thank God.
Yeah. We offered it to you. You didn't want to do the gas, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't doing that.
Would you do it now?
Hell no.
Wow. Why trepidatious?
Because I'm not into stuff like that.
You haven't done drugs ever?
Only thing I've done is smoke weed.
How do you like that?
It's pretty cool.
You like
I haven't done it in a couple of years, but you know.
Okay. Number 2, a very wild, insane segment on the show. It wasn't in the season, but it was during the year. It was during the break. We did our third or fourth Valentine's Day show last year. And on that show, we had The Crow, we had Miss J on, and they participated in their second Dom Off.
How you doing today? I need you to, stand up real quick for us.
You need me to stand up?
I need you to stand up real quick for us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you got an audience tonight. You gotta be a good girl today. You gonna stand up.
How I don't know if I
Turn
can
around.
camera or not. How about
Turn around. We gotta see that fat ass of yours. You've been talking about it all day on this show. Give it a nice big smack.
It's all covered up.
Oh, she said it's covered up,
You
Bo.
wanna smack my
Cover it
ass?
up. Turn it.
You're gonna have
Hold
to
on,
do
pretty.
a lot fucking hard
Nah.
snap, Bo.
Do it fucking harder.
Because I
Pull
can
those
take
pants
it
down.
fucking hard.
Okay, you can take it hard. Pull those fucking pants down. Let's see you take it
Can we
fucking
do
hard.
this on here?
Yeah.
We can do it on here. Why not?
Okay.
Take that shit off. There you go. Let me see that white ass. Shit, I love a fucking bitch with a.
Like that, baby?
I love that.
So you're gonna fuck me hard?
I'ma fuck you hard. Nice
Yeah?
fucking white ass. There you
Oh,
go.
I don't know
There you
about
fucking
that,
go.
though.
Yeah, put that finger in that asshole.
Is that big cock in there?
I'm gonna put this
We,
big
we
9-inch
cannot
cock
show
right
this
in
on
there.
YouTube, but just know we got a great view.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bounce all over your fucking face.
Bounce.
Fucking take it.
Oh, fuck yes. Open those fucking.
Yeah.
Woo!
Work for it though.
I gotta work for it? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just drop them pants, baby.
Oh, you want me to drop my pants?
Oh, now I gotta blur his screen. I got a lot of work to do tonight.
Drop those motherfucking pants for me.
Oh, you want me to drop these fucking pants for you?
Fucking drop
Well,
them.
this is my third time seeing Mo's dick, and this is Roddy's first. Welcome to the club, Roddy. Don't close
Thank
your
you.
eyes now.
Hold up. Hold on. Where's
Sure, baby.
this camera?
Sure.
Where's this camera?
Mom ain't got time to wait.
You're gonna have to make this shit hard though. This shit ain't easy.
Shit ain't hard. I just showed you my
Uh-huh.
fucking ass and you
Alright.
cock ain't hard?
What's that gray shit on the
Yeah,
tip? You gotta put work on that shit.
yeah. Lower the camera a little bit there so I can see that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ain't too great tonight, huh?
Get that fucking cock to
Ain't
me.
great tonight, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they did the first one on, I believe, on her first episode, on Miss J's first episode. And then they did the second Dom off on that show. And boy, did that go a lot different than the first one. Okay. They started stripping. They basically had phone sex on the show. It was utterly insane. I did not expect that. I'm looking at Mo's cock on one screen. Miss J's doing what she's doing on the other. She's doing multiple things on the other screen. I mean, I was just sitting there with my jaw dropped, my mouth agape in shock at what I was looking at. I think we were overdue for a moment like that, but I just didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. It was out of control. Leonard, what did you think about that?
I think that was hands down the best
Wow.
Valentine's episode. I was crying the whole entire time.
The whole episode too, you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the best Valentine's Day we've ever done. It went the smoothest. It was the funnest. Roddy was there. I forgot to mention Roddy. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that was the Valentine's Day that I was very, very proud of that.
I was like, you did a lot of work to make the episode because you had to do a lot of blurring.
Oh, yeah. I was up blurring all night long, blurring stuff, blacking stuff out. It was nuts, dude. What did you think when that started happening? Because, as I said, we already did a Dom off, so we already seen that happen. But then all of a sudden, Miss J pulls her pants down, and that's when it takes another turn. That's when it gets out of control. What did you think of that when that started happening?
Because when you said, "Oh, this is the third time I've seen Mo's dick," I was like, "Oh."
Oh my god, bro.
But then I had to watch the YouTube. Like I had to go to that section to see what was going on because I was on Spotify.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, damn, y'all went off on this one."
They went off. And then Roddy, I think, was jerking off under the table. I was the only one with my hands up. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. Don't worry. I'm the host. I got to keep my composure during these situations. I didn't have time to be doing stuff like that. The third moment that I personally loved the most of last year, maybe not the most, but it was, high on the list, was one that was very, very recent, only 2 episodes ago, on our recent Christmas special, when Mitzi received my Twisted Secret Santa gifts which one being smelling salts that knocked her to the ground when she smelled them, and number 2, a bag of shit, elephant shit, that made her vomit on my show.
This fucking stinks. What the fuck is this? I think these are smelling salts.
Those are smelling salts.
Oh god. So it squirted on my hand, and like my thumb is burning for some reason.
That's not supposed to happen. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's like salt on
Get
my
it off your thumb,
fingers
dude. Get
and
it off
this
your
shit-
thumb. Get it off your thumb. That's not good.
I don't have a towel. Hold
Oh
on,
my
let me just,
god.
like,
Squirted. I've
wipe
seen
it on
people
my
do this
walls
before.
right now.
They never squirted on anybody. That's ridiculous.
No, it's all over you.
There's like wet stuff on it. Oh my god, this is horrid. All right, now I gotta like open this.
All right, she's gonna smell it.
Shit.
Mitzi's on the ground right now. All you see is her bunny ears.
This is a Ziploc bag. Yeah, no, I'm confused on this one.
That is literally elephant shit.
You're kidding.
Wait, why did they send it? Because I thought I bought you a gallon. Why did it send it in that little bag? I ordered a gallon of it. What the hell?
Maybe you have to add water to it.
What the hell happened to Mitzi?
Why are you gagging?
What the fuck? What the fuck? How did this go? You were fine.
Is it because we're talking about it?
Dude, she's like, this is worse than like.
I'm throwing this out.
What the fuck? What the hell? Like she's all of a sudden just like a delayed reaction.
But no, like you go back and like watch it back. I did actually throw up a little in the cup.
Wait, what happened to you?
No, like I just kept holding it and it kept replaying in my mind like I'm holding a bag of.
If anybody knows me, they know that I absolutely love vomit. I think vomit is so funny. I love to watch vomit videos online. People throwing up on rides. People throwing up because they're drunk. People throwing up in each other's faces. I mean, I hope I could find this video. I probably can't, but there was like a video of these people making out, and then the girl threw up in the dude's mouth. It was the best, the absolute best, dude. So I love that kind of stuff. And the smelling sauce was obviously funny. Leonard, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. That unfortunately I didn't see it, but I heard it and I cried out laughing. I was like,
absolutely.
They got you didn't taste it.
Oh yeah, as I said before, I don't think anybody would dip their hand in a bag on Twisted Secret Santa and taste whatever's in there without knowing what it is. You'd have to be extra retarded to do that. To just try something during Twisted Secret. Oh, I'll just give this a whirl. Let's see what this is. Absolutely not. No way. Mitzi's a good sport. She had a great time. We all had a great time. And that was a tremendous Christmas. And the final moment on the list. I think everybody knows what this is. Everybody knows where this is going. I think this is everybody's personal favorite moment from last year. And it's hard to believe it was last year. I feel like we did so much that I thought this was 2 years ago. But this was on the latest 6 Hour Spectacular, where Leonard lost his virginity. Not right on the show. Not right on the show. We didn't get that crazy. We didn't go that far. But we acquired a sex worker to help Leonard out with his issue that he had his virginity still intact, and he wanted to get that taken care of right away before you turn 30. And we sent you to Las Vegas. You went and you reported back on the 6 Hour Spectacular, and that had to be, honestly, one of the best segments in GKB history. How old are you? 28?
I'm about to be 29 in 2 months.
28 years, right? So this moment, 28 years in the making, you have not had this experience, right? So your dick is in her hand, and she's guiding it inside of her. What is going on in your mind as you enter the pearly gates?
I was like, so this is what people go crazy about. I see.
Scale of 1 to 10.
What we
How
go
did it
crazy
feel?
about? You're right.
How did it feel?
Pits of hell. We love this shit.
What runs the world, man?
1 to 10. How did it feel?
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
It was a
Wow,
good-
wow, wow. This is amazing. This
Was
is
it
truly
like, did it
amazing.
feel tight or did it feel like loose?
It didn't feel tight. It was like in the middle.
Oh yeah,
Like
She a little
She's
pro,
been working
so-
for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's working. Yeah, she working a lot of things.
Yeah, she's
but
a little.
at least
She's
she was doing her kegels, keeping it tight enough.
she's not new
You
on
know,
the
she's
job.
getting it stretched out on a daily. But good job, girl.
Okay,
Big up
well,
there.
so
Big
you-
ups to you in that regard.
So you're in now. Now we're in, and then what's going on? You thrust in, or what's happening now?
It's thrusting.
You're thrusting inside, and now
Did you feel like you had to like bust like right then and there, or like it was good?
No, it was good. Like I thought I was gonna do it, like shoot off in like 2 minutes.
Shit, 2 minutes.
But
That's a
I was-
long time.
Oh,
2
yeah.
minutes. That's mad long.
Was it longer than 43 seconds?
Yeah, it was longer. It was
Wow.
like 4 minutes.
Not bad at all for your first time.
So
Word,
it
not
was
bad at
only
all.
so she was on the bed, and then you were like missionary, but you were standing up off the bed.
I was on top of her.
But
I
you
was
were
on top.
so you were on top of her on the bed.
Yeah.
Okay. So did it progress from there? Did it go to any other positions, or that was it?
I hit from the back.
Whoa,
Oh,
you
you
did
said
it!
it from the
Oh,
back.
yeah, that's why you gotta get a Spanish one. That's when it really comes in handy. That's
Hit
when
it
it's
from
the
the
best.
back.
That's
Ooh.
when it's okay. So all right. Now okay. So you're doing it missionary, and then she flips over on you.
Yeah.
And what is that
So at
now?
this point, you didn't come yet, right?
No way.
No, I came twice.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Well, okay, wait. Let's go back. Now, all right. So you're in her missionary, and when is the first time you come?
It took me when I was trusting her.
During the first position?
Yeah.
How long?
Okay.
Mm.
He said 4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes was for the first one, not total.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the first
4
one.
minutes in, you bust, and then she changes the condom on you.
Yeah.
All right. So all right, she didn't give you a BJ, but at least she gave you a few rounds. Okay, so then you go back in missionary, or she flips over for you.
She flips over and I hit from the back.
Wow.
Back.
Did she throw it back on you, or were you thrusting in her?
I was trusting.
Wow, my man, beautiful. And what is now? So now, what is that like? A new position? Your mind is already blown. Did you like missionary better, or did you like doggy style better?
I like missionary.
Really?
Ooh,
Okay. Why?
okay.
Why is that?
I don't know. It seems like I have cause standing up and doing it, like hit it from the back, my balance is a little off.
Oh, you were standing. You weren't kneeling on the bed.
Yeah, I wasn't kneeling.
Okay, but how was the ass though?
Fat.
You like
That's
that?
a stat. Ooh.
I was asking if you had your hands on her waist because that's the best.
Yeah, where were your hands?
Where were your hands at?
Right cheek, left cheek. I didn't.
Oh, right here, cupping the booty? Okay.
Yeah, that's like expert mode shit.
Word, cupping the booty.
The team that we had, the lineup there, you, me, Roddy, and Tony, an absolute all-star cast. Everybody with great questions, everybody with great comments. Your description was awesome. Just the whole conversation, the way it flowed, the way it went, it was maybe my proudest segment ever, truly. That may be the most proud I've been after a segment ever. Okay, it was like just magnificent. Would you like to speak on that?
I thought it was a great experience. Something I never did before. So
Right.
I do a lot of first time things on Gritty's podcast. And he never ceased to amaze me.
And I cannot be more proud of myself for setting that up. I cannot be more proud of everybody that donated. Everybody that donated should be proud. Okay, that was way more useful than donating to any charity, and mostly because probably all those charities take all the money from the top and give it to the CEO anyway. Okay, so this went straight to the source. Forget St. Jude, forget the animal shelter, forget the kids with balloon stomachs. This was the best donation you could have ever made. Okay, And I'm very proud of Leonard, very proud of SEAL Team 6. One of the greatest moments in GKB history, truly. I don't know how we're going to top it. I don't think we're going to ever top that. I don't know.
I don't know how you're going to do it this year.
We won't. We will not top that. So, boom. There you go. Greatest moments of 2024 from GKB. Leonard, do you have anything you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. You never know. You might find the person of your person of your life in there.
That's right.
I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.
That's right. Enjoy your 2025.
Happy
Peace
New
and
Year,
love.
y'all.
Happy New Year. See you next time.